Hey, it's Ivan from the EV Stock Channel here, and today we're looking at Chinese EV sales numbers. So without further ado, let's get straight into it. Starting off by looking at how the Model 3 has performed in China. And after a slow start to the year due to the factory being shut down, the Chinese New Year and illness 19, things really picked up from March to May, with Tesla selling an average of 8,297 Model 3s per month over that time period. The May sales number was exceptional, with a record 11,095 sales recorded. So how does that compare to the rest of the Chinese EV market? Sometimes a picture says 1,000 words, but if you want me to spell it out to you, then Tesla and the Model 3 is absolutely smoking the Chinese market, just like they decimated all the so-called Tesla killers in the United States. Now, if you dismiss this chart as a once-off lucky month, then let me bring the point home even further. Here is the Chinese EV sales figures from January to May of 2020, and surprise surprise, the Model 3 is again in a league of its own, more than doubling the second place BYD Quin Pro. The significance of this data cannot be overlooked. The Model 3 is now the most popular EV in the world's largest EV market, and it's not even close. So for fun, let's run some numbers. If Tesla continues to sell 8,297 Model 3s per month for the rest of the year, that would equate to about 90,000 Model 3 sales for the year, which would mean Tesla is on pace to grow 109% in 2020. Here's another question. What would 90,000 Model 3 sales equate to in revenue? Well, let's do the numbers and assume an average selling price of 45,000. That comes out to 4 billion in revenue. Let me repeat that. 4 billion in revenue. Not a number many people would have predicted earlier in the year.
We're going to see decelerating growth. The expectations from the bulls around China are far too high. And, competition is coming that's real. So yes, China is going to be a great market for them. But I think the number for 2020 is more like 50,000 units. It really does deserve to be a $250 stock.
Now, I did some more digging and compared sales in China from the first 5 months of 2019 to 2020, just to see how all the other EV brands were doing. And this is what I found. The BYD Yuan, the second best selling EV in 2019, has had their sales decimated by 80% in 2020. The top selling EV of 2019, the BAIC EU series, saw its sales fall 70%. The SAIC Roe fared slightly better, down only 69%, while the compact Cherry EQ was down 59%. The Great Wall Aura R1 fared better than most, only down 19%, while the SAIC Baojun was down 37%. Now, it wasn't all bad news in the Chinese market, as the BYD Quin Pro was up 130%, and finally, the Tesla Model 3 up 340% from the same time of last year. For all the Neo fans asking about the ES6, well, that model only started selling in June of 2019, so it was not possible to make a comparison in this example. So that's a quick summary and update on the Chinese EV market. The biggest takeaway is clearly that the Model 3 is in a league of its own, while the majority of other EV brands are seeing their sales plummet. So that wraps up things for today, and a huge shout out to Chris, along with all our other Patreons for your support. A lot more videos coming up soon. And just a reminder, all content in this video is my opinion only, and I do not recommend buying or selling any financial instruments.